Fresh out the boat in the promised land, 24 hours, got a gun.
Every year I look more and more forward to one hunt with my friends in Ohio. This is one of those camps that's a lot more than just the hunt. Sure, you have the chance to take the buck of a lifetime, but I enjoy getting back to camp and listening to the stories of how everybody else's hunt went, as much as I do sitting in the tree for myself. This is a good group of people, and I'm always so happy to be here.
To be dead, paid me silver to fix it with lead. Thoughts are circling overhead. There's a number to mind their song. Covered in blood and I only see red. Living too fast, it won't last long. Ever on the run, never look back, son. Live by the gun and you're gonna die young.
The first morning in camp, I had decided not to sit. I wanted to get my gear organized and have a chance to shoot my bow after the flight out from Montana.
Yeah, all of them are right. Consistently right.
And then we received that one text that every group of hunters likes to receive from their friends, and that is, buck down. Willie had taken a fantastic whitetail.
A couple of does right here. Or just come running out in the field up. I just heard a grunt.
Out of the same exact tree I took my buck out of last season.
What a great deer. Right here, right here.
It was a great start to the hunt, having a buck like Willie's roll into camp.
Oh, yes, Willie. Yeah, buddy.
It was a huge morale booster for everybody, and I couldn't wait to get back in the same tree Willie had just hunted that afternoon.
Isn't those matching kickers on the twos, aren't they cool?
Yeah.
The one on the right's like a big old hook.
Very cool.
One thing I've learned is, when there's a hot doe in the area, even if you've taken a buck out of there, it can be smart to jump right back in the tree.
Absolutely beautiful Ohio evening here. Wind's good. Stage is set for a fun evening here, so we'll settle in and see what shows up. I feel good about it though. Had a ladybug on my rest when we were leaving the truck. That is a good sign.
Small hit of dopamine floods in my bloodstream. A notification calls me to act now. Constant distractions divert my attention to the fact that I'm no longer happy somehow. The media.
As soon as we hopped in the tree, we started seeing lots of deer. Other than a few less leaves than last year, it was almost like we hadn't left at all. It was exactly like I remembered it. And then this buck walked out into the field. I could tell it was a buck that the boys had nicknamed Limpy G-Paw, for obvious reasons. This buck had a previous injury that caused him to limp on his front leg. I could tell this buck was not going to present a shot for me, but was headed up in Tom's direction. My only hope was that the buck would walk by Tom. And eventually he did, 7 days later.
This deer's coming up right here, right here. This is Skippy. I don't know what we were looking at. This is Skippy. This is right here. Right here.
Meh, 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 meh. Watch him, dude. He's gonna go down right there. He's going down right there.
I'm so stoked for you, bud.
Dude.
So cool. So he was in the other stand. You said you had him at 50 yards or 45, no shot. So what happened?
Well, he disappeared. Here's what the crazy part is. I know you're frozen. Hopefully you can hear me. Can you hear me?
I can hear you fine, yeah.
Okay. He disappeared. And here's the crazy thing.
Look at this deer's face.
Look at that deer's face. Holy smokes. Old G-Paw. God. Unreal, huh? What deer were we looking at, Chris? What deer were we looking at? Unbelievable. God, he is a mess.
Kill one? Nice. Where you at now? At the barn?
Yeah. Yeah, we already got him.
Heck yeah.
And dude, it's that
Where the pavement ends, on X begins.
The wind's gonna start doing some different things on us here, so we might have to switch it up. This could be our last night to sit this spot. So, with any luck, that buck will show up. He was here last night. We just didn't have the right wind. So, I feel good about tonight though. I think there's a good chance he's gonna show up right out of here somewhere.
We knew of one other big buck in the area that the group had nicknamed Big Boy. He was an obvious, wide, perfectly typical 5x5. And the second I saw him, I knew it was him. Even though the deer acted like he didn't know we were in the tree, his movements and his mannerisms seemed to prove otherwise. I honestly felt like we had been played. And not only that, but the most graceful and eloquent way it could possibly be done. As the week went on, the activity started to slow down. You could tell the rut was winding down, but we were putting in our time in hopes that we would get that one opportunity that you sit for all week.
It's our last evening, so we gotta try, get aggressive, do anything we can to get one of these bucks knocked off a center. So I've got about another 250 yards to the stand, but this is a fresh scrape. Was not here when we last came through. That's good.
As the last morning came and went, we realized this wasn't going to happen this year. But I feel like it's hunts like this that make you want it that much more and get you a little more excited to come back the next year.
It has been a blast out here. I can't tell you how pretty it is to hunt these rolling hills and hardwoods. It's so different than Montana. I'm sad to leave here, but I'm excited to go back home and chase mule deer for the end of the season there, so. Always tough to make that call to say, all right, well, I guess we're done, but that's what we're doing. We've done all we can, so. Time to roll out.
The best part was, later in the season, my good friend Tony, he was able to take Big Boy with his son Nick right by his side.
Yeah.
It's the perfect way you would want it to end on a deer that you've spent so much time on.
Okay, we watched the footage back. It looks like I might have hard shot him. We could see blood on both sides. I'm shaking like a leaf, and it's not just because I'm cold. My heart was thumping. That is a giant deer, for me anyway, and a giant deer in general. We're gonna give him a little bit of time to make sure he's done. And my grandson, Bo, who's 2, who's Nick's son, is going to come out here with us, hopefully on the recovery. It's really cold, but for a 2-year-old, that kid lives to be in the woods. He just loves being out here deer hunting. So we're going to give this buck a little bit of time. Oh my God, you didn't get any smaller.
Oh gosh.
What do you think of that, Bobo? Let's see it, Bobo. Whoa. Bobo. You want to see him? Come on. What do you think of that?
It's always good to see a deer like that go to people who appreciate it. And I knew Tony and Nick certainly did.
I want to see his eyes.
You want to see his eyes? There.
I want to see his mouth.
His mouth right there.
Like I said before, I realize that this is hunting and not shooting. Some of the hunts where I don't end up taking anything are the ones that make me yearn to come back that much more. I know for me, that unnotched tag has burned a hole in my pocket right to the last day of the Ohio season, and it makes me want to get back a little sooner next year. Even though I've loved and grown up around Western hunting, being around the whitetail rut is certainly magical, and something that's grown on me more and more as each year passes. And I can't wait until I have the chance to walk down this same trail to this same exact tree stand next year.